All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Clockwork Nexus, where we are here on a Tuesday because I was busy having a life outside of D&D, which I know is a cardinal sin, and I apologize greatly. But alas, the end of summer is near, and I had to take a family vacation. I got to take a family vacation, so I did that. But now I'm back, and we decided to play our Monday game tonight because none of us had anything else going on. So we're gonna roll some dice and have some fun. It is Tuesday, but normally on the Monday we would be here to play Uncharted. Before we get into Danielle's contractually obligated recap, it's kind of been a minute. There's a dog face on Danielle's screen. She's okay. She deserves all the love. Why don't we go through and just kind of reintroduce our characters real quick? Because it's been a hot minute. So let's just kind of remind everybody who we are. Starting with, you know what? We'll go with kind of reverse order this time. Bill, why don't you start us off? Who are you playing and what are they up to?
Hello, everyone. It's Bill playing Friar Nightgrace, a Tabaxi monk who is here to assist the group in any way possible with furry kung fu madness. And if you do not like that, I will taunt you a second time. Yes, no? That's all I got.
All
Next.
right. And then we go down to Thavier.
For you.
Good evening. I am Terran, playing Thavier, or the impish nope wizard extraordinaire, here to make Brian's life just a bit more challenging with every passing session.
And you do a fantastic job at it, I might add.
I appreciate that I am meeting all of my objectives. I shall continuously keep you on your toes, and I shall keep the nope game strong.
Excellent. And then we move over to Sorsha.
Sorsha is, I think, the most unpredictable of the party. She is a wildfire druid with wildfire heart. And that's all I'm going to say about her.
I just realized I left music playing. Sorry. And then we will move over to Kina. Perfectly timed to right after she took a bite of something.
It's a scone.
Like scones. I don't like scones.
It's a scone.
Philistine.
And I have got some jam mixed with mascarpone cheese, and it is delightful, and you should all try it. But I am playing Kina, which is her fake name. Her birth name is Kalantha Enthrodriath. She is the heir to the throne of the Kingdom of Osana, and she is stuck in another world trying to stop the apocalypse. And every time she has a boyfriend or makes a new friend, she kills them horribly.
Okay,
but the
2
boyfriend
times.
can get brought back to life and is somewhere safe, so that's fine, I guess. Not
2
really.
times I killed people that you like.
Yeah.
You kill one guy and all of a sudden you're a murderer.
Could still be a coincidence.
Could be.
I don't know.
Well,
Look, you
Mitchell
killed one
called
more
third
person
one.
she likes. I'm gonna start asking your wife if you got the trifecta.
All right, and then we will move over to Draz.
Draz is a
Of course.
battle-weary Minotaur Paladin in a crack military unit that is assigned to help out with the current mission we're on, and my other duty is to keep an eye on somebody who likes to get into trouble, who happens to be...
And we go to, last but not least, B.
Oh. Yeah. I'm V, I guess the token rogue. Yeah. Pretty much give everybody a hard time. And She does what she wants, but within reason right now. But yeah. Hopefully she'll get out of the army soon. Or out of this.
All right. So that is our party, and they have been adventuring together for some time. To give a little recap of last session, we go as always to Danielle, who I always humbly rely upon to remind me of what fresh hell I put them through last time.
You know, one day I'm not going to be here and you're going to be fucked.
And then I'll ask Bill or something. I'll ask somebody.
That would be an error on your part, but continue.
It probably would.
No, let him find out on the spot.
The thing is, I do need to get better at keeping like a different notebook for each campaign, because right now I have one notebook for all the campaigns that I run, and I have to go rifling through a whole bunch of notes to figure out which one's who, and I need to fix that. But in the meantime,
Notebooks? I just remember things.
well, rub that in, why don't you?
I will. Anyways, we got to the town right outside the manor of the family that we are investigating because we think another one of these stones is there. I kind of drove one of the brothers mad and he killed his literal entire family. Or so the legend says. But the town has been undergoing not very pleasant things that we are trying to get to the bottom of. And as we were sitting there kind of making friends and trying to get some information, by making friends, I mean Traz was making enemies. But I made friends because I'm good with people. Anyways, the bells went off to signal everyone to get indoors, and which everyone did. I then went out a window as a squirrel and decided to just kind of look around and see what I could see to get an idea of what's going on. Lo and behold, the person who I like managed to make friends with basically got lured outside by the whatever it is that's haunting everyone and then brutally killed. And we found out that it is a Wendigo. There are at least 4 or 5 of them. We're theorizing that potentially they are the family of that was supposedly murdered, but potentially not murdered after all. And that was about where we left it.
I had to step away. Can you go through all that again?
No.
Fine.
Denied. That was it, though.
Says Chief muted.
There we go.
There it is.
I'm good
job,
at this.
Chief.
You know, I'm nothing if not scatterbrained, and I can't do anything right, but that's okay.
Hey, at least you're consistent.
Hey-o.
No
But
bad-mouthing
where we
yourself.
are going to start off tonight is actually not with the rest of the party. To kind of make camp outside of town has, I do believe last time, Sorsha was feeling a little spicy. And Xavier kind of said, you know what, why don't we just take a night to kind of like cool things down a little bit, you know, just kind of camp out here and kind of get our bearings again. So you guys pitched up your wonderful Harry Potter TARDIS tent. And that is where we will pick up, is you guys kind of in the tent. Any conversation that you guys wish to have between yourselves in this moment to talk about anything, the floor is yours.
I mean, bold of you to assume that there would be a whole lot of speaking going on.
This is fair.
I mean, to be honest, at this point, I know the last time that Sorsha and I were both in the game because we missed a session or two, we had found out that there were some very specific knowledge from her past, what was going on with her family. So I feel like at this point in time, that would have been more of what Thevir would have kind of broached on the conversation topic. This would be a really good private time to dig into finding out that our big boss is actually Scorch's dad.
Go for it.
So with that, Sorsha bit, I do believe that there is a conversation that we should probably have. There is information that I have not been trying to keep from you. However, there hasn't really been a good time where we've had some privacy to discuss it fully. Perhaps this is such a moment.
She's gonna like give him a look, and her eyes are gonna slit a little bit. If this has to do with that book and those past lives, you can shove it because none of those matter. What matters is right here in the now. As you know, forest fires are born to refresh the jungle and the forests and regrow. So maybe that is why I am what I am.
The conversation that we should probably have is tied to the information that I received while reading those books. However, this doesn't have anything to do with the past lives. This does have to do essentially with the here and now.
You would just sort of get all dramatically, okay. Well, what is your secret then?
I mean, I don't necessarily want to think of it as a secret. Um, I don't quite know how to say this, so I'm just going to come right out and be forthright and honest. I had a conversation with the boss. And
Upon hearing that, Sorsha would almost pounce and like put her hand on Thevir's mouth. If it's about him, I don't want to know. If he wants it told, he will tell me. And she will give him this look of just, shut up. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He will tell me when the time is right. But she is being gentle about like the covering his face with her hand.
if that is what you wish, my love, then I shall respect your decisions in this matter. I wanted you to know that any information that I receive, I will share with you willingly. If I'm not the right person to express this truth to you, then so be it. We can move on and attempt to enjoy the rest of our evening here, secluded and sheltered as we are now.
And with that, she'll move her hand. And that is all I need to know about you, my love. And she'll give him a quick kiss. You would tell me anything I want to know, even if you don't want to. But unfortunately, I believe we have taken enough of a rest and recovery period, and I fear the rest of our group might need us. And she'll sort of raise her eyebrows and nod and smile like, ugh, we have to go be responsible adults now.
Responsibility can wait until the morning. We are not slated to arrive with the rest of our group until then, and I think they will begrudge us any private moments taken here in the seclusion of our own camp.
She looks irritated a little bit, but she'll sort of look outside because where are they staying again? I'm not sure if that was mentioned or if I just forgot it because I have a goldfish memory.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Where are they?
They are in the town of Evlevale, which you guys are camped like right outside, like within eyeshot of the walls of.
Do we have the telepathic earrings or like the sending stones or anything like we normally do in your campaigns?
Did I give you guys the earrings? No, we can totally retcon
I
this.
can't
You guys
remember.
have them.
That's why I'm asking.
Yes,
I
you
would-
did.
There you go.
You did.
So yes, you guys
Okay,
have the earrings.
Then Trisha will mess with the earring and she will ask out loud to everyone who's willing to listen and the rest of the party to see if they are at least okay and if they're safe.
So this would be before the night's rest?
Yes, in response to what Thever just said about like, hey, we can make it until morning, blah 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 blah. But Sorcer's boss, so she wants to make sure that the rest of her people are safe first.
So before the rest, I would think that they would get back to you saying that they were all right. Before the rest.
Yeah, before the rest.
The night was totally restful. Nothing happened at all.
I slept like a baby.
So your people are safe.
On that note, I think Sorda would pick a random book out of Thiver's stuff, and she would ask him to read out loud until she fell asleep. Kind of like a bedtime story type of deal. Like they're going to cuddle up and they're going to read to bed. And that is how she wants to spend the rest of the night.
And Thevir would absolutely read to his wife.
Using muted, I think. Never fails.
Oh, yeah.
We lost God.
Oh, yeah. You know, that happens sometimes. We all lose faith. It's okay.
I guess
I'm
that
sure
means
Ego
you-
doesn't need that much of a blow up.
What'd you say?
Luna agrees.
We can say, you know, minor deity in the otherwise obscure pantheon.
Oh, yes. I wasn't referring it to that way. Anyway.
Oh! Well, while we're waiting for him to get back, everyone look at my dog.
Beautiful.
Dog's part of the wall, or was part of the wall.
You know, God spelled backward is dog, so.
All right.
All right. So that's great. Can y'all hear me now?
Yup.
Great. My computer's got jokes. Fucking
I always
wonderful.
hear different arguments about God, about how, you know, God's a woman, God's a dude, God's every which race, but I've never heard God as a dog before. That is an
God
interesting
is a what?
concept I would like to investigate.
Well, this dog certainly
Yeah,
thinks that
at the
she's
end of
the
the
divine
day,
ruler of everything.
he's a dude. She's a, and we're all. Yeah.
All right.
She
So,
was just like, nope, not doing this.
before Sorsha can fall asleep, because that's where we left there, that's where I was able to leave off, is that Sorsha grabbed a book and was asking Thavier to read. A familiar sending stone goes off that you hear vibrating, to let you know that you have a message, and you know that that's the sending stone given to you by Vorvar.
She would jolt awake at that, I think.
All right.
And she'll grab it and be the caterpillars want me to do ballet on the river. Half asleep.
All right. And you get a response that is not the voice you expect to when you get the sending stone, where you hear the voice say, Sorsha, we hate to interrupt you, but we must speak to you. We are outside of your tent.
Okay. And she's gonna poke Thevir awake and like shake him and half asleep, be like, my love, the caterpillars are outside and want to talk. Will you join me? And just walk outside the tent.
Thevir is quite used to the caterpillars wanting to talk, and as he was the one reading, he would not be quite as half asleep, and he will head outside.
All right, so if Thavier were to go to let these individuals in, you are greeted by individuals that you guys know, though you may not have, Thavier may not have had direct conversations with them, but there is a pale-skinned woman that has white hair with kind of black streaks on the underside of. I'm really bad at describing that kind of a hairdo, but and she's got kind of these piercing red eyes, clad in black armor. Following her is a very large woman standing approximately 7 feet tall that is just muscled to all get out. Followed by a pale-skinned red-headed woman in a purple kind of overcoat and purple gloves, and then followed by a kind of tan-skinned woman with purple hair, kind of a severe undercut going on, and a similar black leather getup. And you recognize these as kind of the ladies of the watch. You know, they are kind of the most well-known female members of the Raven Watch, including the first one with the white and black hair, that she is Vorvar's number 2. So they just
upon seeing them, Sorsha would immediately like drop her blanket burrito and almost like stand at attention and just wait for them to start talking.
And
Thevir would like for vampire.
say what?
You have just described almost the ultimate vampire coven, and I would like to roll vampire.
Go ahead and roll for vampire.
What do I need to roll for vampire?
That would be a. I was going to say nature, but that wouldn't be it. Give it a religion check. Oh shit, they had to be invited in too. Fuck.
I was going to say, I do that relatively well.
Tent, though.
For a 24.
For a 24, well, you would recognize that what I, as the DM, just described as the perfect vampire coven, that these guys are not actually, these ladies are not actually vampire at all. And that the lady that you know as Nirva, well, she is not quite a vampire. She is akin to vampire, where she would be a dampier.
I wish to roll for history to see if I know of any extremely appropriate greeting throughout my studies to interact with any sort of a dampier, if there's like a cultural exchange.
You don't need to roll for it because I don't know. I would say probably you like kind of the semi-military salute that Sorsha is giving him would be probably appropriate.
I mean, from the sounds that Sorsha described it, Sorsha snapping to attention as a subordinate, that is not my intention. I wish to honor them as a peer, showing the appropriate cultural exchange.
Can I just like smack him on the side of the head? Be like, stop it. I imagine that I could read him well enough to be like, dude.
The nobility doesn't bow to no one.
But we're not bowing.
You snap to attention and you rendered a military salute. That is a subservient action, and Thevir shall not be following.
And they will acknowledge this, and they all kind of just give you a courteous nod.
In which case, Thevir will, and I'll roll performance if you want me to, but he will give his most elegant, stiff, and formal courtly bow. Like, we're talking 90 degrees over with a grand flourish. Like, this is a image that Thevir growing up in a noble class would have practiced over and over and over again in front of a mirror for hours to ensure that it had the right effect and it portrayed the right amount of courtly confidence.
Go for it. Give me a performance roll. Let's roll some dice.
Ooh, that is a natural 20 on the roll for a 28.
So upon seeing you do that, they all kind of glance at each other real quick before reciprocating the bow in typical noble fashion. Because they are nothing if not proper. And then the one you know as Nirva will sit there and say, I am terribly sorry to interrupt your evening. But Sorsha, I must talk with you over Master Vorvar and his recent whereabouts and activities.
She would not.
Have you seen him in the past fortnight?
I don't think when she talked to him in the mansion that was a fortnight, was it?
That was like a few days ago.
So yes.
Yes, a fortnight is 2 weeks.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure timeline-wise, because I know we missed a session. I didn't know how much time had passed.
Yeah, just 3 days.
And she would tell them as much and sort of tell them where she saw him.
Would you give him like an exact location by chance?
Totally.
And would Xavier
She has
stop
no reason
that
not to
from
trust these
happening?
guys.
Xavier, absolutely step in and through the messaging earring, remind Portia that this is a very secret society with a very secret building that is now serving as a potential for our base of operations. And while we may respect and trust the Coven of Dampier, they do not deserve to know where our secret society, secret base location is located. And to reference a pop culture reference, there is the utmost trust in anyone that Sam and Dean let know where the secret hidden base was at. These are not them.
Okay. Well, he's met with an eye roll, and she will just tell them a general direction of where they came from. If they're smart enough to figure it out, then they're smart enough to figure it out.
And at that, they will kind of give each other a couple of glances. And then Nirva will look back at you and say, Vorvar has not been seen in the city for quite some time. As we both know, this is not unusual per se, but he always checks in, and he has not checked in for over 2 weeks, and this is not normal.
Well, have you done anything in particular to upset him? It's possible he's just being petty.
And she will just kind of chuckle and just be like, he does get like that. God damn it, I lost the accent. He does get like this sometimes. But no. Of late, he seems to have been distracted. And he had us investigating an individual that he seems to have taken a personal interest in. One known as, and she kind of like summons this kind of arcane scroll and just kind of looks at it, and she just looks back at you and says, The Collector? Does this name mean anything to you?
Would it? Because that's familiar to me.
Roll
But also memory of a goldfish.
Roll a history check real quick.
Sorry, we're dealing with this, so my stuff is lagging to load. Good grief. 16.
With a 16, you remember moments when he was talking to you that he absolutely has let it slip that this is somebody he really wants to get a hold of. You don't remember why. He might have mentioned something to you, but like it doesn't stand out in your head, but you at least know that he's mentioned him.
Can I Sorsha's gonna sort of lock her arm with Devir, like a silly goofy arm lock, and give him guidance to see if he would remember the Collector and knows anything about somebody by that name.
Roll for history with guidance.
Yep.
Question.
Roll. Give me a history check with guidance.
Ooh, with guidance, that gives me a dirty 20.
So Xavier, what would tickle your memory is that in the shadows of high society, um, there is one known as the Collector that is one that people go to procure the rarest of rare things. Um, you never have had personal dealings with him, but kind of, through hearsay, this is the guy that goes above and beyond to secure whatever it is that you're looking for. And that he's not always monetarily compensated, but he is always compensated. And that
Through the
would
messaging
probably
stone.
say what?
Oh no, keep going. I thought you were done.
I was gonna say, and that what's kind of ringing in your mind is very much so kind of Godfather vibes, and that he is always very similar to actual organized crime back then. Always stayed to stay, like, kind of just seemed to stay one step ahead of the law. Even it appears the Raven Watch, which is notable.
Thevir would relay all of this to Sorsha via the messaging stone, but it would come off in a very, "You come here on the evening of my daughter's wedding to ask me for this favor." And that would be kind of the tone of voice that Thevir would send the information over to Sorsha with.
She just gives him this annoyed look and then looks back at them. Well, what do you know about this collector? Is he dangerous? Is it possible they took him? Not that
And
would
when
be an
you
easy
say
task.
dangerous, she gives you the most deadpan look, but I will allow you to roll an insight check to see if you see any sign of anything.
Ooh, that was an 18. That's an 18 plus 7.
26.
Okay, so
25.
you can tell she is very much so trying to keep a stoic face. But for the briefest of seconds, and it would be kind of surprising to see it on Nirva's face because she is almost unflappable in most situations. There is a look of legitimate worry. And then she sits there and says, dangerous is a polite way to say it, I suppose. And
Well.
they start communicating. What languages do you guys know?
Common, Draconic, Druidic, Elvish, Infernal, and Sylvan.
Okay.
I know Common and Infernal, but I have comprehend languages, so if I spend 10 minutes, I can understand any language in the world.
Okay. So neither of you have Undercommon? Is that correct?
That would be a big fat no on my end.
All right. So you hear them communicating in
I have a question.
Yeah.
So one of Sorsha's aberrant dragon mark spells is comprehend language. So it says for the duration, which is an hour, you understand the literal meaning of any language that you hear or see signed. So if she hears them speaking another language, I think I'm going to risk the mood swing to understand them.
All right.
because these people seem important and Sorsha's nosy.
Uh, let's go for it then. And that can be done. It doesn't take the 10-minute casting time. It just happens, right?
No, it's just an action. So
Okay.
It's
you
10 minutes
miss a little
for
bit of
me
it.
because it's cast.
Say what?
It would be 10 minutes for me because it's a ritual cast. I'd have to
Ah,
pull up my
got it.
spell book and read it and do the whole thing.
Gotcha. So, yeah, David, you would see Sorsha's kind of hair just kind of flare up a little bit as she subtly casts the spell. You can make your roll on your table to see how this is going to affect you. But in the meantime, you do hear them talking as they are just conversing without any worry that you would understand them, because most people don't speak Undercommon. As the one with the purplish hair and the undercut sits there and says, they are getting bold indeed if they believe they can reach out to the master of the Raven Watch and get him. And then you hear the muscled one saying, if they get him, they strong. Good fight. And just very much so kind of tactical information. That feels
Okay.
so amazing right now.
She's not going to react at all. She's just going to give Thevir a look and sort of wink at him, and she's going to look back at them. Whatever you guys are saying, don't worry about it. We'll handle it. We'll find him. It's fine. You guys are worried about nothing.
And all four of them just kind of stop and like slowly turn and look at you. And Nirva in Undercommon will just sit there and say, forgive me, I was not aware that you spoke our tongue. This was very
And
rude of me.
Infernal, she's going to say, can you guys speak a language I know? Like, she's very much pretending she did not just hear what they said.
So, so you say it in Infernal? And
Yes.
she kind of smiles and responds in Infernal. Of course. Our apologies. We do not mean to alarm you. I know that you and Master Vorvar are close and that he has taken you under his wing, so to speak.
She would
But it
nod, sort of
presents a
waiting.
potentially dire situation. If the collector is feeling bold enough to make a move on Vorvar, then perhaps they are more of a threat than we originally thought.
She gets this really big smile on her face. Well, you know Vova. He has at least 7 traps planned before anyone can get to him. And trust me, I'm just sort of leaning a little bit, bringing Thevir down with her. Where we saw him last, he was perfectly safe. I assure you, you would for nothing. But again, if he is taken, I assure you there's nothing me and our party can't handle.
Mr. Sorsha, I would ask you not to do anything brash. But let us look into this and let us get you more information before you go rushing off to try to find him or anything like that. But we will look into this, and trust me, we will keep you appraised of the situation.
She will just nod. Well, all right. Well, in that case, you know how to reach me specifically. And if you don't mind, me and my love, we have much interesting business to attend to. And she'll pull Feather back into the tent.
Before you go, sorry, I just have to look this up quick. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Can you please give me a wisdom save real quick?
Sure. That would be a 1.
Ooh.
So, like, it's an 8, but it's a 1.
So as you turn to go back into the tent, you very much so feel somebody kind of poking around in your thoughts a little bit. And they seem to be poking at these at the parts that make you think of Vorvor. And they are 100% trying to discern where he is from. But with an 8, that's a thing. But
see,
you at least feel
with
it.
An 8, I totally understand. But, like, she's trying to dissuade them and to protect herself, so she's picturing a place like Candyland of all places. Not that it helps, but that's what she's doing.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Okay, so give me another wisdom save, and I will say, because you at least felt it, I'll give you this one at advantage.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, that's much better. That is an 18.
An 18? All right, so you managed to psychically slam that door shut, and in a visual very much so kind of like when Gandalf tries to pick up the One Ring, you get this vision of a female demonic form just getting very frustrated. And a female form that looks like nothing of these ladies that you see in front of you.
She is going to cackle a little bit and think, sucks to suck, and then walk in the tent with Heather.
Do you say that out loud, or do you just think?
No, she's just thinking it.
Okay. Because that would leave
She's
them
definitely
very
cackling
confused.
out loud.
Say what?
She's totally cackling out loud, she's totally cackling out loud, but in her defense, as far as they know, she just basically said she's gonna go bang Thever in the tent, and that was important business. So
yeah, so the ladies will just kind of sit there and like walk out, and like you see them walk a few feet, and then you see them each kind of in order. They just kind of step onto this spot, and they seem to just disappear in a cloud of raven's feathers. And you are there alone with your husband.
and if Thever is okay with it, we can just fade to black until the next day.
Boom.
Sound good to me.
All right. So, given that that is your chosen activity, I will say you do not have to make any rolls to see if you hear what's going on outside, because you don't. You are otherwise indisposed. So we will fast forward.
She doesn't care.
Say what?
I said with Sorcer's current mood, she does not care.
He is very confident. But yeah, we will fast forward to the next morning. And I will say at this point, you're kind of on your tail end of your... Or we said we were going to roll for it, didn't we? For how long it was going to last?
I think we agreed on 12 hours in game.
12 hours? That sounds about right.
Maybe we said we roll for it. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we agreed on 12 hours.
Impressive
All right.
stamina.
So 12 hours later, in the morning, because that all happened kind of towards the evening. So in the morning, everybody awakes feeling refreshed. Some of you in a better mood than others. So do Thavier and Sorsha go to meet your compatriots?
If we already had a planned rendezvous, we would wake up, take our morning evolutions, and head over to meet up with our compatriots on time.
So what I will do...
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Kina slept.
If you wish
After
to
the
take
night
a
she
point
had.
of exhaustion...
Wasn't it a con roll to see if you can avoid the exhaustion?
I don't think so. Is it?
Yeah, because a con save to see if you can avoid the exhaustion.
All right, give me a con save then.
Oh, I'm looking it up because
I trust you.
yeah, but I don't know what
I was
the
going to say,
DC
I'm not
is.
familiar with that.
Okay, it's an optional roll from Xanthar's. First 24 hours. If you go 24 hours without a long rest, you must make a DC 10 con saving throw.
Sure, I'll roll with it. Go for it.
Okay. See, I knew there was something.
But
Oh.
I will say, because of what you witnessed, and I know how worried Kina would be, I am going to give you disadvantage, though.
Ugh.
Because you are a worry wart,
I am a worry wart.
and you saw something pretty vicious. So,
And she's mad at Draz.
I'm not mad at Draz.
you were pretty mad when he threw you over his shoulder
yeah,
to keep you from getting killed.
Chase down the Wendigos. Well, I got a 17 and a 22, so I'm fine.
All right. So the way I'll say it is, Sorsha and Thavier, you guys walk into town, and it seems like the air is just thick with this kind of heavy, kind of morose feeling of loss. That it seems to be that is being felt by the entire community that is here. And you walk into the tavern, which is across the way from the inn, across the square. And you do see that your party is kind of sitting around one table in the morning anyway. You guys have been served a passable breakfast, kind of eggs and bacon and a little bit of toast that maybe was a little on the stale side, but
I mean, all Thavier cares about is whether or not there's coffee.
there would be just kind of like as you guys walk in, there is a half elf woman behind the bar that sits there and Welcome. What can I get you guys?
I truly appreciate your service, good madame. Uh, just your regular breakfast for two, as well as 2 cups of coffee, and perhaps a cup of tea on standby. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what my wife would prefer.
And she just kind of nods and all right, take a seat and it'll be right up. Kina,
Hello.
would you be still crying at this point? Because I know you said you were pretty tore up by Sabril and in your head a little bit.
She's not crying. She's kind of sitting there. She's very quiet and just kind of sitting there, pushing her breakfast around her plate. Like she looks kind of ragged. Like clearly had an emotional night. Like kind of like when somebody just when you can just kind of look at somebody and tell like, oh shit, they didn't sleep and they probably cried a lot. And she's just kind of sitting there like almost numb, but like almost like she looks numb, but like really there's just too much going on in her head right now.
All right.
She's just drowning in that.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I will say that is kind of what Sorsha and Thavier walk up to in seeing at the table. So you guys take it from here and tell me a story.
I mean,
As
to be
they walk
honest,
in, Draz will wave them over.
yeah, Xavier would just go to the table, he'd sit, and he'd mostly just be looking to make sure that the rest of the party was okay. I'm assuming we traveled all this way together while Az and I were out for an evening. So as far as he's concerned, they just spent an evening apart, and now they're with the party.
Draz is going to look at you and say, I hope your night was less eventful than ours.
I mean, my evening was plentiful. We were, um, I don't suppose accosted is quite the correct term. Interrupted? Interrupted is a fine tale. By 4 women that were looking for the boss. It seems he hasn't been seen in nearly a couple of weeks. So we had a quick conversation. We are looking for someone known as the Collector. But if you guys had an eventful evening, I'm quite curious what occurred with you guys.
Well, this town is infested with Wendigos. And Kina was outside when they came and followed them, and we followed her, and we saw somebody get ripped in half.
Nature, survival, history to recall anything that Xavier might have studied about Wendigos?
You can make a. Let's throw it to a nature check because I think that's what.
That'll give me a 22.
All right. So with a 22, what Xavier would remember is that there are many stories of how Wendigo came to be. Whether just corrupted spirits, there's some stories that was that involved possible cannibalism. Some of them, kind of the drinking the blood of your enemy to get their power type deal. Nothing is fully known, but they are known to be evil creatures that lure victims out to the woods by mimicking human voice, and stuff like that. That they are generally pretty vicious, but also normally they don't come out nightly. That they are kind of ones that come out for a night for a hunt, and then they go into kind of a hibernation for years. So hearing
a society of Wendigos would be very unusual.
very, very unusual, and also ones that come out on a regular basis. Like nightly to the point where the whole town shuts down at a certain time. Like that would stand out to you.
Not to mention, the Wendigos had, before they tore him to pieces, they'd like eaten his soul or something. Like they weren't just physically, and they didn't even eat the body.
That's valid.
Any specific myth or mythos that are on witnesses or ways to kill Wendigos?
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, our internet is pretty bad. We've got a really bad storm that's rolling through. Any specific myth, lore, or mythos on weaknesses or ways to kill a Wendigo that Thevir would be aware of with his role?
So standard Wendigo, if that is what you were dealing with, they have a vulnerability to fire. But also with that role, I would say that you would be able to clock pretty quick that you are probably not dealing with normal Wendigo, because normal Wendigos don't eat souls and not eat people. It's kind of the opposite of what they do. So you can do with that what you will.
Well, the majority of the Wendigo did eat the people. Of the 5, I believe only 1 ate the soul. Yes, no? That is what I saw. The other 4, the littler ones, they seem to be more of the normal. How do you say normal Wendigo?
Normal. Wonderful.
As normal as a Wendigo can be.
And Thevir would kind of look at everybody else. I don't know that I have ever heard of, shall we say, an infestation of Wendigos. It is most unusual. And if the concept of soul eating had actually been expressed, I'm assuming because, Friar Knight Grace was in character, it had been. Thevir would very much ponder this for a second. I mean, it would seem if there is a boss Wendigo or one that is significantly different, we could attack this in very much the same way that you would attack any major power base. Most major power bases are supported by weaklings or underlings that prop them up and assist them. Most Wendigos that I am aware of are very weak to fire, and at this he would point at Sorcia's luscious fiery locks. And we have the means for such weapons within our own party. Perhaps dealing with this oddity could be saved towards last if this infestation is something we wish to raise or to eliminate within this fine town.
I think my question is, do we know who the Wendigos are targeting? Is there a specific group, or are they just going after anybody? Are they just hungry beasts, or are they smart? And she'll look at the rest of the party, and you guys would see her. She's beaming. Her embers are glowing a little bit more bluish than reddish orange tonight. But she is definitely like wondering and feeling what you guys know about these things. And she is
And I
trusting
feel like-
that somebody here knows things.
And I feel like that's probably when Kina's going to speak for like the first time and just kind of like look up at you beaming. And just, are you enjoying yourself?
Excuse me?
You're smiling. You're beaming. Are you enjoying yourself?
With that, V's gonna put her. She's gonna look at Kina and she's gonna go like, "Listen, I haven't had my coffee yet. They just walked in the door. They don't know the night we've had. Take it easy."
I also never said she was smiling. Somebody could be beaming.
You
and have
just
this
said
really
she was-
intense. I said she was beaming. I never said she had a smile on her face.
Beaming can be like beaming could be smiling, or it can be like she's emanating a light, a beam of energy. I mean,
glowing.
Wait, so
Literally.
you said beaming, and I took that to mean like very wide smile. So was that not what you meant?
No, I meant like just a general, like, you know how you see a pregnant woman and you're like, she's glowing, even if she's like doing dishes. Like, she appears to be in a good mood. She appears to be okay. She's got this extra confidence going, but she's not necessarily smiling. She's definitely focused on what is going on.
Gotcha. So then, like, let's retcon what I said, because like that was entirely contingent on the fact that I thought she was grinning. We misinterpreted the vocab. We had different interpretations. So, anyways, Kina's gonna just kind of look up and just like quietly just. We have not had a chance to do much investigation yet. The warning bells rang soon after we arrived. The entire town took shelter.
And did you?
I might as well have, for all the good it did. And with that, she's just gonna like stand up and just walk outside.
You'll have
So
to
just gonna
forgive her.
give
You'll have to
Oh, go
forgive
ahead.
her.
I can
She
wait.
witnessed something and was involved in something truly terrible, and it seems to have shaken her. She briefly lost control.
And with Sorsha's going to give Thevir a look, and then she will follow Kina out.
So, as you walk outside, you see a woman in kind of very tattered black leather armor. Her hair is kind of matted and kind of greasy and all that. She has an eye patch over one eye, and she just kind of shoulders past Kina. Like, definitely, like, making contact on purpose. And kind of looks back over her shoulder and just says, "You promised you would help him. Keep him safe." A lot of good that did. And she just kind
Am I
of puts
close
her
enough
hood
to
up
grab her
and
wrist?
storms off. What's that?
Am I close enough to grab her wrist?
You could.
Mine or the lady in leather armor?
The ladies! This is Kina slander. This is nonsense.
You could.
You're gonna notice Kina is not defending herself at all.
That's fine. She doesn't need to. Sorsha will grab her wrist and she'll twist this woman around. Do you want to say that again?
Sorsha, enough.
And he will look at you and said, I said what I said. And I meant it. Now, if you
So
would kindly
explain-
take your hand off me, and you definitely
Explain
feel...
it first. Explain your rudeness.
Sorsha.
And, Sorsha, you will feel the slight touch of... that slight poke of iron kind of around your midsection. As she says, an outsider walks in and promises to keep one of my friends safe, and then he gets torn apart. I'm allowed to have feelings about it.
Sorsha, unhand her,
Feelings
please.
are valid.
Please,
Your reactions are not. Shit happens. And she'll just sort of like toss the woman's wrist away. Kina, what happened last night? I thought we were friends. I am aware that I've been gone. I was busy doing something else, but what happened? And she looks genuinely hurt in this moment before like putting up the mask of the facade.
Keep in mind, we retconned the whole "are you enjoying yourself" thing. Like, I took that out. I only
Oh no. I was talking about the moment when Kina and Sorsha like talked outside about stressful druidic princessy nonsense.
Gotcha. Okay. And Kina's just, she's gonna kind of throw her hands in the air and just, exactly what our friend here has said. I made a promise and I failed to keep it.
Okay, are you perfect? Are you a goddess in disguise? And like she raises her eyebrows, like she's genuinely like,
And I step closer and I made a promise. I swore to somebody that I would keep him safe, and he trusted me. And I let him down,
All right.
and now
I'm sure my mother vowed she'd keep me safe, and yet I ended up at the temple doorsteps as a child before I could even recognize her face. Is that her fault? I don't know what she was going through. You're not a perfect person. That doesn't exist. Nobody's perfect. Shit happens, Kina.
this wasn't shit, Sorsha. This was a life. This was somebody I swore I would keep alive. Every single time I have ever made that promise, I have failed. Everyone. And I am supposed to take my father's place one day and stand watch over my people. And how can I do that when every single person I vowed to protect ends up dead?
Maybe because the gods and the universe say otherwise. Maybe these people were meant to die. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But you're not to blame for somebody dying. Did you hold a knife to his throat?
I couldn't get to him on time. I tried, but there was something in that beast gaze. It froze us all on the spot.
All right. Well, instead of wallowing and being upset with yourself, why don't you say we do something about it? Why don't we avenge his death?
Well, I tried last night, but Draz wouldn't let me.
Okay, well then me and Draz will have words later. But you, how do you feel? You feel guilty, I'm assuming, but his death is not on your hands. If you didn't kill him yourself, or her himself, I don't even know who died. And she looks genuinely confused. But we will figure it out. And there is many, many people, maybe in this area, who know how to revivify people. People at the temple I grew up at did it all the time. So maybe there's somebody here who could. We don't know yet. I just got here.
I believe basic level resurrection spells require there to be enough left of the body to resurrect. And they require.
Chief, I have a question.
Yeah.
Growing up at the temple, because I don't want to pull from Selkie knowledge, I want to pull from Sorsha knowledge. Would you say that she knows about the reincarnation spell? Because from my memory, I feel like that spell regards a personal item. It takes up to a year, and like you just need like bits and pieces of them, and then they are reincarnated into a different body.
Reincarnation.
It's been a while since I've played a druid that high of a level, but reincarnation is a super intense spell.
You know what? I will allow you to make a, because I don't think you're wrong. But to find out if Sorsha remembers, why don't you go ahead and make a religion check?
18, 19, 20, 22.
22? You would absolutely remember that there is 2 spells in particular that could accomplish bringing somebody back, and that is Reincarnate and True Resurrection. Both of which are intense and a little costly, but it can be done.
Okay. Sorsha would sort of put out her hand to Kina. There's a way. I don't want to explain it right now. There's not time because clearly there's problems we need to tend to, but do you trust me? And she's totally giving like puppy eyes.
And Kina's just kind of I have never trusted many people in my life. One of my position, of my upbringing and background, cannot. There is but one person I have ever trusted completely. And he had a long time to build that trust. It has nothing to do with you, Sorsha. I have not been in a position where trust is something that I have had an abundance of. And then she's gonna look at the woman, and she's just going to kind of bow her head respectfully. And I failed him. Of that, I take full recognition and responsibility, and I shall spend the rest of my days attempting to atone for this.
Upon seeing Kina bow, if Danielle's okay with it, I'm going to sort of stop her from bowing because, as Talon has made it very apparent, nobility doesn't bow to anybody.
Kina's well aware of that, and that's why she's doing it as kind of like this is me showing respect for the fact that, like, I failed here. That's on me. She's absolutely not letting you stop her.
Well, then she will stand in front of you so that the woman doesn't see you.
So
she'll sort of she'll look back and down at you. You have 2 choices. You can let the past and circumstances and your mistakes But your mishappenstances, whatever you prefer, hold you back and you can dwell on them, or you could make a change and you could do better the next day. Remember this man who died. Remember him because he will live in your head forever. And the next time that somebody needs you, you will do better. And every day he will live on in your life.
I can do both, Sorsha. I can acknowledge my mistakes and then do better. But part of doing better is acknowledging one's failings. So you must let me do this. I am not asking your permission. I will handle my failings as I see fit.
As somebody who's supposed to be making sure you are protected, I have to make sure your reputation is as much. You never know who could be watching. You don't need to bow to anybody. There is many people in this town. They could have done taking this too.
Everyone bows to someone. If my time outside of my father's home has taught me anything, it is that no one is above bowing to another.
Is that it? Are you done? Can we go get something to eat now?
And Kina's just going to kind of take a deep breath, and I'll be alone in a little while. I need some air.
Sorsha would wait until she was ready to go back inside.
Kina's gonna look at the lady and just, if there is more you feel you need to say, I will listen.
And she will step to you and she will take your hand, and in it she puts a long clay pipe and a couple of the beads that you recognize that he wore in his hair. And she will say, his name was Sabril Crestgaze. He worked the docks for over 50 years. He raised a family here. He took me in. He raised me.
I am sorry for your loss. I know that does little for the pain, but until I can avenge him, it is what I have to offer.
Well, do us a favor. Don't come out here and sprout words of hope. We've learned long since that hope is what kills you around here.
Sorsha's gonna butt in and look at the woman and say, now leave.
And she will turn and walk off, muttering several curses under her breath.
That's fine. Sorsha can take it.
And Kina's just going to kind of...
Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
Oh, Kina's just going to kind of look down at the pipe and the beads in her hand for a moment, and then just like close her hand around them and carefully slide them into like somewhere safe in her pack where they're not going to get crushed or anything. And then she'll just take a deep breath and... All right. We have work to do.
All right, and in this moment, we will go ahead and take our bio break real quick. So if you guys watching at home give us just 5 minutes to handle our various businesses, we will be right back. So see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. First half of our session, Thavier and Sorsha had a little bit of a conversation with some higher up people in the Raven Watch before going and finding the rest of their party. Kina had a little bit of an emotional response, and
Just slightly.
Sorsha came out and went full Doberman on them, on somebody trying to accost Kina. Not really, but having words. So before the ladies come back in, or the other two ladies come back in, let's go back to the table and see what conversations are happening there. V, what are you doing at the table as they are outside having that conversation?
Well, V's definitely sitting at the table. Definitely looks angry at Draz. And if you notice, she does have coffee and she does have another glass of what was in her flask. So she's drinking both, not at the same time, but alternating. But she's glaring at Draz and she just kind of says, hopefully loud enough for him to kind of hear, but if others hear, oh well. And she goes, what, you're not going to go chase your new princess girlfriend?
Also, before you continue, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we say that Kina and Sorsha are walking in as this is happening? Because I want Sorsha to wild shape as a rat. Because Sorsha wants to make sure that V doesn't want to kill her. So her thought is, well, if I wild shape into a rat and magically end up on V's shoulder, maybe she'll like me a little bit.
Okay.
That's a fun plan for getting yeeted into a wall.
I was gonna say.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let's see how this
not,
tracks.
but, like, I really do want. As Kina and Sorsha are walking in, I totally want to be a rat, and I want to just cozy up to V. Like, I'm cute. I'm a black and gray rat. Like,
Yeah, in the middle of a restaurant that you
exactly. Like, totally not where a rat should be, but still.
Oh, that's so funny. Would V have noticed her wild shape, or would other people realize it's wild shape, not an actual?
She would have done it before she walked in.
Oh my gosh.
So, let's have fun with this.
Look, leader has a plan, okay? Brian, don't mess this up for me, okay? Because V and Sorsha have to be friends.
A random ass rat crawls up on your shoulder as you're saying this to Draz.
Well,
Response.
I mean, V likes rodents, and she's probably encountered a few rodents in her childhood since she kind of grew up really poor. So she's probably not as shocked to find one crawling on her, but she's not. She's in public. She knows it's not supposed to be here, so she's kind of like, "Oh, I'm not back in my childhood." So she's kind of like, "Okay." So she kind of like grabs it and like slowly puts it on her lap, and she kind of looks at it like, "What? Like, are you?" You know, like questioning what it is. And then she kind of just hopes no one else is noticing.
The rat is totally putting both of its hands like on its heart, like a squirrel. Like, I want food. I'm begging.
And you hear from behind the counter, did you bring a fucking rat into my tavern?
Yeah. Pet?
You know, we serve food here.
Yeah, but it's not. He's not in the. They're not in the kitchen.
No rats in the tavern.
What do you think this is, Ratatouille?
Get the rats the fuck out of my building.
The rat's gonna give them puppy dog eyes.
Where? From my lap?
Ratty dog.
Yes.
Ratty dog eyes.
This big
Who
old.
are you giving puppy dog eyes to?
Whoever was yelling.
To the barmaid?
Yeah. Like, and make her make a nature check. Obviously, maybe there's a wild shape in play. I don't know.
Dude, she's a commoner. I don't even know what commoner stats are.
-2.
That might, honestly, I don't know if that is what it is.
Don't sneeze on her, you'll kill her.
Look, I just want Bee to be my friend. Don't ruin this for me, Brian.
It's okay. You're a rat in.
You did wild shape before you walked in the door. It probably would have gone slightly better if you just kind of did it in a public space. I'm just saying, because now it's just like it looks like a random rat from outside of the world came into the building.
Okay, well,
that's
I am a
metagaming.
fire genasi, so like, is
I
my
love it,
tail on
though.
fire? Do I look magical in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you have, like,
a.
flaming tail. That'd be so fucking cool.
That is a
It would be.
2 on a nature check from the commoner.
Oh,
So
see,
she 100% believes that you're a rat
Oh, good.
and that you are trying to infest her tavern.
Oh no.
So she will say again to V, "Get your rat out of my tavern."
Jeez. Walk into one place.
Okay, fine. Sorsha will unwild shape, but she's definitely like sitting on V's lap with her arms crossed, with a
Oh, that is
very,
wonderful.
very upset look at this bartender. Like she looks pissed at this bartender. Like, how dare you ruin my?
And the bartender will
day?
just be looking back at you with a like, "What the fuck just happened?" look. Like, what the?
And Sorsha will take one of her hands away from her uncrossed arms, and she'll be like, "We're not paying for any of this tonight. Do you understand? This is all in the house. All of this breakfast. This is all on you."
No.
Yes.
Overheads, you know.
You just insulted me.
You were a rat in my tavern.
I am not a rat, clearly. And she'll sort of like in V's lap. She's not gonna stand up, but like she'll like mock curtsy. I am definitely not a rat. So do you want me to go to your manager? And she's like pulling it like a total Karen look.
Oh my god.
Sure, go to my manager. I implore you. And you see like
Really?
the rest
So
of the
your manager is
like
going
the
to
rest of the
let
people.
decide that you thought I was a rat infesting your bar.
Yes, go and talk to
Thursday,
the manager.
You were wild shaped into a rat. Like you didn't just look like a rat. Wild shaping as we become the thing. You were a rat. And she had no way of knowing.
She should have known better. And she will like get off of V's lap and
But
sit right
what
next to
divine
V.
powers?
Never mind. Anyway, what were you guys talking about?
Oh.
And like before you get a chance, the guy sitting in the corner just sits there and is like, "You know she owns the place, right?"
He will ignore him.
I guess V's one a little bit in shock because her boss was just on her lap. Was the cute rat. So she's kind of like just probably processing, and then the lady's yelling behind her. V probably thinks she's drunk, even though she probably only have had like maybe 2 sips of whatever hard liquor she is drinking. So she's not even maybe buzzed. But she's definitely feeling like, oh wow, this is hitting a little harder this morning, maybe. And she kind of just pushes the glass away from her, towards Sorsha.
She'll totally drink it. Like,
Yeah.
no shame.
Are you slamming it or just sipping it?
Oh, there was definitely like 5 shots worth of drink in that. So if you slam that, you're more than welcome to, but that's a lot.
All right. Friar, odds or evens?
Odds.
Don't
I said
bring me into
Friar.
Oh,
Bill's response is great. Don't bring me into this.
No, odds or evens, somebody.
I fucking said odds.
All right, she's slamming it.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a con save at disadvantage, please.
That's fine. I'm confident I can take it.
Girl.
That is a 14.
All right. Next, I'm gonna have you make me a dex save, also at disadvantage.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
Oh
You're
no.
ruining my fine, Brian. I just wanted to be friends with V.
Oh, V's gonna have respect if you could survive the 5 shots you just took.
Woo!
I mean,
That is a 19.
Okay, so you do manage to avoid throwing up directly on V.
Great, great.
You proceed to projectile vomit on the floor as you just took 5 shots of Daedric vodka.
Gross.
You now have the poison condition as you are super, super drunk. How familiar is Sorsha with the drink called Everclear?
that came from the mountains of
Sorsha, not so much. I'm sorry. What did you say it was drinking?
Everclear.
Daedric vodka, which is equivalent of even
Okay.
stronger Everclear.
Prefer Tito's, but if we're gonna play it,
Okay. Well, if V is okay with it, she is just going to sort of lean her head on V's shoulder, and kind of close her eyes. She's resting after that ick. And that's all she's gonna do.
Sorsha, could you please roll a D8 for me? Oh, you know what? D6.
I don't want to.
D6.
oh no, you put yourself in the hole. What'd you
6.
do?
6?
Damn, you
6.
triggered something.
The poison effect is going to last 6 hours unless somebody takes more drastic measures to relieve you of that condition.
Can I cast guidance on that roll so I can get
Wait, can I just?
Well, I would say you would be very enthusiastically. Yeah, well, I don't know what kind of drunk Sorsha is, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
you get guidance, and you get guidance, and you get guidance.
No, she's mostly just kind of chill. Like, if Hannah is okay with it, she's definitely just laying her head on V's shoulder, like listening to the conversations happening around her.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
I'm wondering if like it's possible if like somehow somebody could take it out of me. That would be great. Because I don't want to be poisoned.
I do not have a spell for that. Sorry.
So,
Draz is going to just take a deep breath, groan, and he's going to use lay on hands.
Oh, I really thought that was gonna go.
lay on
somewhere
hands does take poison away, doesn't it?
Yeah, cure disease or neutralize a poison.
Because I definitely was thinking about sucking the poison out by kissing her. But I was just like, that's just
Man, if you would have said that first, Draz would have let it happen.
That no, that doesn't work.
I know it doesn't work, but it's funny because I was just like, that's just
How
some
drunk
stupid-
are we?
Oh my
We're drunk.
god!
I just think
Yes.
it's funny.
The visuals that just unleashed into my
Well,
head
I'm not
are
trying to
most
do that.
unwelcome.
That's
I
not
just
what I was
want to
trying to
know
do.
how
I was trying to
Cinder
be
would
funny.
respond if V did that, because that would be
No.
fun. I'm
No.
more confused by the reaction.
Say, this ain't that kind of podcast.
No, this is
Whoa.
me being stupid and just making a bad joke is really what it was. I was making a bad joke because that's
No,
just
it's-
stupid.
The joke was
Anyway.
not bad. It was good. The visual is still stuck that I don't want in there.
Sorry.
Lay on hands, cure poison. Does that also take care of her drunkenness?
Does it?
I would say, Sorsha, you just went from just wanting V to be your friend to quite possibly the drunkest you've ever been, to having a hand upon your shoulder that takes you from being the drunkest you've ever been to being the most hungover you have ever
Okay.
been.
Okay, well then can I maybe make a performance check to pretend to be asleep?
Go for it.
Okay.
Why would you have to pretend when you're hungover? Don't you normally sleep?
That is a
I've
night.
never been hungover before.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Yeah, same.
There's a lot of things you've never been, Danielle. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
When you get so drunk that like just opening your eyes feels like or not drunk, but the most hungover, that just opening your eyes is like the most offensive thing that you have ever imagined. It's a real life thing.
Yeah,
I don't
sleep.
want to get there. Like, I've been drunk before once accidentally. It was a really stressful day at work, and I needed to drink when I got home. Well, I didn't need to. I wanted to, and I had a lot of screwdrivers. But anyways, I've never been hungover before. And I've never like been blackout drunk or anything.
You know what?
so-
If we ever
Anyway,
actually get together, maybe some moonshine will come out and we'll figure out exactly hungover Danielle can get. But in the spirit of the game, V, you just had your boss go from being a rat that really wanted to be your friend to getting yelled at by the bartender to having your boss sitting in your lap to your boss almost throwing up in your face and just kind of projectile vomiting just over your shoulder to now your boss is passed out on your shoulder.
You know what? This really reminds me of some girls' nights I've actually really had.
I mean, valid.
So,
same.
quite honestly, V would probably be the same way. She probably had some nights too, where she's gone through the emotions.
It's a journey.
But she probably will just be like, all right, she's hungover, and she just probably let her like be on the shoulder. Like, she probably won't move her. She'd be pretty stiff as much as she can be. And then she just continue drinking her coffee and just kind of thinking like, well, she just drank all that. Man, I hope I still got shit in my flask.
Narrator voice.
This
did
bitch
not.
just come and drank all my booze? What the fuck?
And she's just one of those like, maybe I can get some at the bar. But I was like, what the hell else do I want? Oh, well. And then she's definitely looking at Draz like, oh, I don't know what the hell's going on today.
Better you than me.
I mean, why I'm going to give Thiever a look like that is your wife's puke. Are you gonna clean it?
Oh, yeah, there's puke on the floor. That is so true about that. I forgot about that.
That is
Oh,
what
and
the
she is definitely, the bartender is definitely looking at you like, kind of with the same look, like somebody's gonna clean that up.
Who has that prestidigitate whatever spell?
Not me.
Nobody's got that.
Xavier?
Xavier stands by what he said. This is what service staff is for.
Oh, shit.
Like, you are actively trying to get us thrown out of here.
Oh, like throwing up on the floor wasn't already doing that.
Tina's just gonna like pinch her nose, regret
every
all
once
her
in a while.
decisions, and clean it.
Wait, hold on. Stop. People are talking over each other. I couldn't hear
Little bit.
either of you.
Yep, my internet is really out and about. No, all I was saying is that you can't own a bar if you're not going to clean up puke every once in a while.
It is breakfast hour. But Kina's just gonna Kina looks like she's actively regretting every single one of her life choices right now, by the way. Like she's just like pinching the bridge of her nose, and she'll get up and she'll clean it. And then do you have she's just kind of holding her hands in front of her, like when you touch something gross and then you don't want to touch anything else. Do you have a wash basin I could clean my hands with?
She just kind of motions like, yeah, it's back here. Come on.
Thank you.
Anyway, V, back to what you were saying. No, I'm not going out there because her life is not in danger.
Oh, so you're
Chased after
only
her
into
yesterday
her when they're in
because
danger. Oh,
really,
She's yeah. Well, obviously you're not going out there. She's here. She's in the bar, cleaning up puke. Anyway, or vomit, whatever we want to call
we're
it.
seriously going to have this argument.
We always have this argument.
Teammate in danger went to help. Does not mean I want to sleep with her.
It's not at all what I said.
That's
Think
sure
you
what it
just-
sounded like you were saying.
I was saying your girlfriend, as in you like her.
Oh,
You could hop
my
skip, and jump
mistake.
into the bed because that seems to be where your horns are headed.
Oh, God. Yes, because this is never the direction you take things. I'm the dirty one.
You do.
I forgot.
I mean, I'm glad you're remembering. I understand it was a long night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe finish your coffee. Might
Yes,
remember a little bit
correct.
more.
I have not had nearly enough coffee to deal with this.
Exactly. That's why you're misremembering your place.
Ah. Thank you for your help in reminding me. Where would I ever be without you?
You'd
be
be
back
with
in
your
the barn.
caterpillars.
Didn't you heal her?
I can
She's
only
still pretending
do
to
so
be
much.
asleep,
She's not
so-
actively dying anymore. And with how
She's
drunk
still-
she was, there's only so much I can do for that.
No, she's still pretending to be asleep and like zonked out. So like, she's listening and like just trying to lighten the mood.
I will say we could have just thrown like maybe 3 gold, and we could have. She would have cleaned it up then, or somebody else would have cleaned it up.
I mean, don't piss away all of our gold. I would have made her clean it up when she wakes up.
That also is an option.
I mean, probably
She's
not. Just I don't think that would have worked, but
Well, either way, Princess is cleaning it up.
and
V
that's
drinks her
fine. After the
coffee.
crap she pulled last night, she can clean up some puke.
Ooh, finally, you're angry at her. Thought she was your favorite.
Oh God.
And then
You're an
V's gonna be
infuriating-
like coffee. She's gonna hand him her coffee mug.
I am going to take her coffee and I'm going to drink all of it.
Yeah, it seems like everybody seems to not have manners at this table.
And keep in mind, I had my own coffee and I'm still drinking all of hers.
V takes your cup and steals yours anyway. Exchange.
Do you guys even take your coffee the same way, or do you have drastically different orders?
He probably has milk or something weird in it.
You drink it
I
black
would see
like God
Draz
intended.
as drinking.
Oh,
the
you drink it black
coffee.
too? Then we're cool. Then we're fine. We both drink it the same.
I see Draz as drinking black coffee because everything else is just nonsense.
Correct. Creamer is for the weak.
I guess I'm weak.
It's good to acknowledge these things about yourself.
Sorry.
No, not that one. Sorry. So what's Fryer doing? Watching all this.
Fryer is watching all of this ridiculousness happen. And once it's all done, then they seem to have calmed down a little bit. He's going to push his plate back. Go, well, I'm glad you've all had this moment. And I hope we get this silliness out of the way. He stands up and goes, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to go find and kill some Wendigos. Yes, no?
Yes.
Upon
Start heading
that,
out.
Sorsha will immediately stand up, super tall, super straight. Amber still glowing blue. Take me with you. Let's go.
I'm already walking out.
Where are you
Kina's
heading?
right there with you.
Well, then she will follow.
Where are you guys heading?
I'm paying the bill and then following.
V is definitely chugging that coffee. You know, like when somebody's on the run, you know, like late for something. Like definitely, like speed chugging that coffee and throwing the mug on the table. Just like I guess we're on the move.
I'm going to the scene of the crime last night. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
And
Can
we
you
can
guys
start from
hear
there.
me still, or am I mute again?
Oh, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
As I
Ignoring
hand
you.
the innkeeper the money, I'm going to say thank you for the lovely breakfast. Coffee was delicious. I'm sorry for the shenanigans, and I'm going to leave.
All right.
Yeah,
so you
I
can
still
take-
think she's not fond of you.
Me? What did I do?
Last night.
You can
Oh,
take
yeah.
10 gold out of your inventory for paying for breakfast.
You called her rude like 10 times.
Overpriced slop.
Oh my god.
So you guys are actively heading into the woods.
Again,
so
I'm going to the
you
scene
gave
of the
me-
crime yesterday. I'm taking everybody to where the event happened, where we found the body.
And Sorsha is right behind him. Full confidence.
Okay.
While this happens, because you kind of gave me magical knowledge of Wendigos, do I know of anything from this kind of magical knowledge that Jeremy gave me? Do I know like any kind of weaknesses Wendigos have, like any legends about things that are particularly good for killing them?
Well, you would know the same as Xavier did, which is fire is supposed to be good against them.
But they're not
What?
necessarily terrible Wendigos.
But you guys go to the scene where you watch Sabril get rendered into pieces. And you guys have to walk through the graveyard to get there. And like when you get to the edge of town, like you can be looking into the forest and you see that it looks completely normal and everything like that. As you guys cross the threshold of the forest, though, then the kind of gray overcast light of the day fades immediately into night. And an eerie silence just kind of sets in as you are looking at the snowy forest before you. So, with it being 10 o'clock, this is where we'll call it for the night. As you guys venture into the woods.
Cliffhanger.
Hey yo. But this is usually the part of the night here at the end where we do what's going on in the Nexus. So I will say this week we will have Threads of War tomorrow, as usual. You will see Danielle up here in my spot. Normally you would see me down there in her spot. I am kind of a maybe because I got voluntold to do stuff at a school function for my kids because, you know, it's always lovely when they say, yeah, it's totally voluntary, but you have to do it. But, you know, that's cool. So we'll see if I'm there. But the rest of them will be here doing Threads of War as usual. And then this week, I forget, on Friday, is it Univras' Worm on Friday?
Yes.
There you go. Or not Univras' Worm, it's The Rise of Unaras, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. So that will be Friday, and then we will be back here next Monday with, I believe that is going to be The Crown and the Wolf. So that's what we got going on here at the Clockwork Nexus, unless anybody else has anything you would like to share. Going once, going twice, going thrice, sold. All right, so with that, we will wrap it up for the night, and we will see you guys here next time on the Clockwork Nexus. Good night, everybody.
Bye.